Hi everyone, and welcome to the Product Roundup 2025. So this is a recap session where we'll walk you through the most important product improvements we've delivered over the past year and what's coming next. So you're here directly from the four product managers behind sales, service, marketing, and integrations. And the goal of today is not to show everything that we've released, but to give you some highlights. And if you want more details after this session, related resources and more information will be gathered in community. Yes, so I'm the lucky one who gets to kick this off. So let's jump right into it. Yes, so when I talk to customers, there's one sentence that I often hear again and again. We have leads, but we're not always sure what happens with them after the form is filled out. So that's why lead management is a central part of our product strategy. And today I'll go through two things. First, I'll show you what we've delivered in 2025, and then I'll give you a sneak peek into what's coming next. And everything you'll see here is around making sure that every leads get the right follow-up at the right time without adding more manual work. So for those of you that I haven't met before, I'm Catherine, the product manager of marketing at SuperOffice. And before product, I worked with marketing automation for many years. So I've felt the frustration of unclear handover between marketing and sales. So I'm excited to show how SuperOffice can support you in this area. Let's start off with the full lead journey from first touch to sales. So many companies already do parts of this very well. So they capture leads through forms and gated content. They send nurture emails and targeted content to stay top of mind and to build trust, and sales follow up on leads. But where things often get a bit tricky is related to handover, clarity, and insights. And I often hear questions like, who owns the leads now? Is it qualified? Where is it stuck? Or which marketing campaign is actually working? So the updates I'll show you next are designed to remove friction in these moments. So in 2025, we've focused on making lead management more automated and easier to work with, both for marketing and sales. So we've introduced lead category and lead status to help teams understand the buying journey progress and how leads progress. We've automated categories and category updates and lead distribution. And this is to reduce the manual work that sales and marketing needs to do. And we're also giving sales and marketing more visibility into where leads come from and where they are now, using lead board and lead source tracking. Yes, so let's have a look at the some of these features that we've created. So first off, with automated lead handover, marketing no longer has to manually assign leads. So leads are routed automatically using flows based on rules that you define. So this means fair distribution. This means no bottleneck, and it also ensures that sales gets notified immediately. So if leads are still being handled manually in your organization, this feature is worth trying. Next off, we have the lead board. So another thing I often hear from marketer is, I'm not sure if leads we send to sales are followed up on. And this lead board gives clarity into whether the leads is progressing or if it's stuck. And it provides a shared visibility between both teams, marketing and sales, and so they share the same truth. And it also makes the qualification process more visible and easy to manage. So sales can drag and drop leads between different statuses. So that was the lead board. And then we have the lead source tracking, which is another big topic that we often hear about. So lead tracking or lead source tracking helps marketing answers questions like which campaigns or channels actually drive values. So which campaigns generate leads and which one of these leads actually become customers. So this gives insights into the value drivers. This feature helps marketing, make budget decision and also smarter campaign optimization. All right, so that's what I had for lead management. And if you guys want to see a demo of each feature, you have the link here. And before I hand over the word to Philip, I want to have a look at what's coming next in marketing. So we are working on improvements related to web forms, and this is to support your customer brand and to simplify how you capture data. So soon you'll be able to use more advanced styling functionality with CSS or a custom AI feature. We are also enabling Google Fonts in forms, and soon you can use your custom fields in your forms to make forms for every context. And lastly, we're also working on lifting the user experience across the marketing interface so that it's easier for you to navigate within the marketing module, and so that it's going to be easy for you to find what you need. Yes, so this is what I had for marketing. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll hand the word over to Philip.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. Look forward to those new features coming up in on the marketing side of the product. So now we are moving on to the core and sales part, AI and mobile side of the product. So I am Philip. I work as a product manager with 3 teams, the core and sales team, the AI team, and the mobile team. And here you can connect with me on LinkedIn to provide any feedback or praises or improvements that we can do. So please connect, and you can also see what I'm sharing there in regards to product news and information. But now we're going to speak about what we did in 2025 and what a year it was. We kicked off the year by introducing a new AI, a new UI, and with new colors, fonts, better visibility, more spacing, new views, and also we put a lot of effort reducing number of clicks working within SuperOffice. For instance, editing this dashboard, press the edit button. Now is just 1 click. It used to be 2. So introducing the new UI and with a lot of other stuff. Then we continue with something we call board view. because a new UI is fine, but it's also like how we visualize data and how you consume the data within SuperOffice. So we introduced the board view as a view in selections. So if you are working with a selection of company, contact, sales, project, or requests, you can choose instead of the list, you can see the board view like this. And this enables you to work with the data, drag and drop it if you would like to update the stage or type or what it could be. And you could also quick edit from here. So you can press those uh, three puncts there, punctuations, and edit the data directly. So no moving back and forth, working with the data. Then we also made a lot of improvements to the dashboard. We see that have a lot of users consuming, watching these dashboards on a daily basis. So the highlight here is that we introduced the quick filter, as you can see in the picture. So instead of having a lot of tiles and dashboards, you can reduce the number now of tiles and dashboard and just adjust the quick filters to see exactly the correct data or graphs that you would like to see. And we also enable a lot of more settings around dashboards. So it's easier to collaborate, it's easier to see the data set and the layout of the dashboard. And we even introduced this new sales funnel that you can see in the picture also as a new graph component. So a lot of nice things here, improving the lives and improve the user experience when working with the dashboards here. Then we continue to deliver a lot of features within the AI. We made improvements to the SuperOffice Copilot that you have available in the side panel. We worked a lot of putting AI in the workflow of the daily life inside SuperOffice. So look at the sparkle button. As you can see in the right side of the picture, whenever you have a sparkle button, you can get help from AI. So in this case, you can get help with the spelling or even create text instead of starting to write the text in the text field here. And you can get help making this text better. We also provided a feature when you add a new company. So when you click create a new company, you start writing the company name. AI helps you to search for the right company. It shows if it's a duplicate or not. And then if you choose to add a new company here in the list, it will add the company information instantly instead of copy and pasting or manual input, all with the help of AI. We have also worked extensively with something we call Service Copilot. We are starting from the next version, so it's really, really close. We're going to bring in pilots here. So we're going to start testing this amongst all of you, our customers. But AI helps here to create the reply back to the customers when you work with service. And the difference here between SuperOffice Copilot and Service Copilot, that this is trained on your specific data that you have inside SuperOffice and then related web pages. So looking forward to that. Sometimes I get the question, I don't have these AI features enabled. You activate the AI features inside SuperOffice Admin. You have a button there that's called Feature Labs. So you click that button and then you can activate the AI features that I've showed you here, except the Service Copilot. It's coming. We're moving over to mobile CRM. it also got the new UI, but it's more like that, more than that. We have an easier navigation. If you look to the picture on the left, with this navigation wheel, you can navigate within the mobile app using just your thumb. It's a new, clean, intuitive, fresh interface, easier navigation. We've split the company and contact like we have in our web client. And there's also new compressed views for company and contact, giving you a better overview of the data, the latest activities, documents, sales projects, and requests. And then we had to put in some new AI-powered features as well. If you add a new company, as I showed you in the web client, the same goes in the mobile client. So if you start writing here, you will get a search for companies to add into SuperOffice also from the mobile phone. But it's not always about the company. It could also be about the contact. And then still I get some business cards. Then I can just start the mobile CRM application, scan the business card, and get the data and contact data straight into SuperOffice. So no manual input anymore. If you aren't using the mobile CRM client, you have the chance now to download it for your iOS operating system or Android. So I will just leave it there for a couple of more seconds so you can go to that site and download the SuperOffice mobile app. And then what's next? What are we working for to deliver in 2026? You have probably heard something around this, but we're working on the start page concept. Last autumn, we shared our plans for new AI-driven start page in SuperOffice CRM, designed to help you guys focus, prioritize, act more effectively working in your CRM. So this is a longer-term initiative. We are well underway. We have talked to a lot of customers, but we would like to get even more help. So just check the links associated to this webcast, and you can help us drive and influence this start pages concept. So that was everything from me, and now it's over to you, Michael.
Yes, thank you very much, Philip. I'm here to talk about service and also some configurability when it comes to custom objects and some smart tips and tricks within service and custom objects that you can use to enhance your daily work. My name is Mikael Månsson, and I work as the product manager for service and configurability. And as with the other product managers here, if you want to follow and track what we're doing, please add us on LinkedIn, and we are more than happy to share what we're doing on LinkedIn on a daily basis on what we are delivering. But if we start to focus on the service part of SuperOffice, then there is one major thing that we introduced during 2025, and that was like a part delivery of board view when we made board view for requests. And this gives you a clear visual overview, and you can group your different requests based on the status of the request type, priority, or the owner, as an example. And this makes it easier to organize, the daily work. You can use drag and drop and place the different requests on different columns here to see the progress, and you get an easier overview so you understand and see what's happening at the moment. And if you're not satisfied with the view, you can just use the quick filters and add or detract some filters, and you get more or less requests in this view to make it easier and more manageable for you. On top of that, when it comes to the board view, of course, you can also preview the messages from each request directly in the board view. And you can also, of course, edit the request so you can update the actual request properties, or you could create an internal comment on a specific request, or you could easily reply to a customer here without actually leaving the board view. And then you can just hit save or send, and then you're back to the overview in the board view, and you can continue with your daily work here in a more efficient way. So that's one of the highlights that we introduced in 2025. Another thing that I would like to emphasize is that we have introduced a new way of working with reply tools in the sidebar on the right-hand side together with the request properties. So in this view, on the right-hand side, we have added reply templates and FAQs under the same icon. And from this view, then you can use the tree view to actually browse between your different FAQ posts or reply templates. And if you don't want to actually browse manually, you could easily search on top there to just say that, okay, I would like to search for a specific reply template. And then I have that availability here instantly as well. We have also, when we introduced reply tools, added to wanted wishes from you customers, and that's also the messages and the attachments here. And those could be things that you reuse and quote earlier messages in the actual requests, or you want to reuse an attachment that someone sent to you within the requests earlier as well. So those two are also easily accessible from the right-hand side in the sidebar. And all these three features we group together and we call them reply tools here in the sidebar on the right-hand side. And this is a way and a tool to make everything more efficient for you as a user. So that's also one of the highlights of 2025. Then I would like to move into some tips and tricks that might be a little bit hidden for you, but it's very usable if you know where they are and how to use them. And the first one is that you can pin all your requests lists or request selections directly in the top bar between your request tabs if you would like to. So if you right click on a tab in request, you get these options here, and you have an option on the bottom there called unpin or pin tab if you haven't pinned it. This will make sure that this list is always visible in this overview of requests for you. So even if you right click and say close all tabs, then the pin tabs will end up on the left-hand side on top here. So you always have access to the lists or the selections that you work the most with. And if you don't want it anymore, then you can just unpin it, and it will also be removed if you choose close all. So that's an easy and smart way of working if you want to get a better overview of the daily work when you're working. On top of that, we have also added some filtering options into the actual email thread within each request. Some of them have been there from previously, and this year we added show replies and show comments. So it's a way of filtering the thread here. If you have a lot of messages, it could be easy and convenient to just show the replies, which are the ones where you have chosen reply or reply all. Or if you filter on show comments, then it will only show the messages from when you've clicked the comment icon. And then those messages will be shown here directly within the requests. And of course, you can then just go back and choose show all if you would like to. Then we have something that is a little bit more geeky and nerdy maybe, but it could be very useful when you're working with some customizations for service. And that's a trigger for when you are loading a request or loading a message. And that can be used to, for instance, when you're loading a request that you want to validate that, okay, we want to preload the request with some predefined data or information, so it's easier for the user to actually work with the request. And at the same time, we can do the same on load message. You hit reply, and then we can automatically load something for you directly into the screen, like a reply template, or that we update certain fields based on what you are working on. It could be a specific request type from a certain user or a certain customer, and then stuff happens within the actual request screen. So that's something that's cool to look into as well. Then if we move on and check, okay, what are we actually working on right now when it comes to service and what we will deliver during Q1 of 2026 from service. That's something that we call request relations. And this is a way of managing complex and interconnected service requests more effectively. So what we have done is that we have introduced a relations tab on the request, which has a standard archive with a list of requests, or a tree view, as you see here, when you can see all the child requests, parent requests, those type of relations, or that they are just related on a horizontal level as well. So that is something that we will deliver in Q1 2026, and this helps reducing the resolution time, and teams can more easily work in parallel on related requests, and it creates clear visibility when there are some dependencies between different requests. And this, of course, improves the transparency as well for stakeholders. They can see the full scope of a request, before it's actually handled and resolved into full. So that's a good feature and very asked for and wished feature from customers as well. So that will be introduced during Q1 2026. So based on that, I want to move forward to something that we call custom objects. It might be new for some of you, and could be because this is part of our pilot program actually. So it is possible to add this feature to SuperOffice if you want to, but before you add it, you might want to know, okay, what is actually custom objects? So this is a user-defined data structure that's usually used in a CRM that allows organizations to store and manage and track specialized and unique information that is not covered by the standard objects like companies or contacts. This can instead be that, you want to add some cars or machines or buildings or structures or furniture or whatever your business is actually working with. So you could add those as custom tables and enabling users to create fields, define relationships with standard data or custom data, and build complex business models or easy business models if you have those as well here with the help of custom objects. And these are structured in different ways. It could be models, pop-ups within SuperOffice, or you can use it as a full entity in the navigator in the left-hand side of SuperOffice. So you can elevate it and use it there, and when you have it in the navigator, you have a complete search functionality as on the standard objects. You have history tracking, which you have recently visited, and you also have a favorites support when it comes to entities here. And you can also find them from the top icon called New in the drop-down there, where you can actually click and add a new building, a new machine, or a new car, etc. So that's possible to do within SuperOffice now. On the custom objects, we have also exactly in this newest version, 11.9, added support for web panels on custom objects as well. So this makes it possible to even more enrich the custom objects or your specific business needs with web panels, which could be connections to other systems internally or externally to provide more information to your users here. To top it off, I would just like to emphasize that, of course, the custom objects are also available within the screen designer. You can create layouts based on the user groups within your SuperOffice. You can show different custom objects for different types of users. And of course, we have access rights for each custom object as well. So you can decide, okay, maybe we just want to show some of the custom objects for the users, and some might be allowed to edit or create new ones. And then you can fine tune that here underneath the user roles within SuperOffice admin. But that's enough from me. And with those words, I would like to leave the word to Marcel to introduce the integrations part of SuperOffice.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks. There was a lot of new things that were presented already, and I hope everyone will stay on for a few minutes because I have something exciting to tell also. And especially at the end, I will tell you some secrets about new apps that we are launching very soon. But let's start first with telling who I am. I'm Marcel and I'm the product manager for SuperOffice Integrations. And that actually started this year, or sorry, 2025, last year. I've been working with SuperOffice for a long time already, but since last year, I'm the product manager for the integrations department. And what is the integrations department, as you might wonder? Since 2025, we have combined the Office integrations and the SuperOffice InfoBridge products and quite a few other integrations. And some of them I will talk about in this roundup. So let's get started. I want to start with our biggest addition to the SuperOffice integrations program. That's our ERP integrations, our own ERP integrations. Bridging your ERP with your CRM brings a company so much more efficiency. It brings smarter decisions and a big growth potential. The need for ERP or financial details in CRM to create a real 360 view on your customers is from all times. And our partners have been working with our customers to integrate ERP into SuperOffice since forever, right? Then why did we choose to integrate with ERP on top of those integrations that are already there? My colleagues that talked to you, our customers, kept on asking for very clear offerings. It's not hard to imagine that what an integration with ERP brings you. An ERP integration should bring clarity, should bring 360 view on customers. But what they also felt is that when talking about these exact features and the implementation timeline and future expansion, etc., things were not really clear, or they were not really easy to capture. And that's why we have developed Connect ERP. It supports the common processes that touch both ERP and CRM, and it does it using standard SuperOffice features. Now, Connect ERP uses standard features in SuperOffice to show you the ERP details, and I'll show you in a few minutes. And it also lets you use these details that we get from ERP in dashboards, in selections, and in marketing. So Connect ERP gives you, your end users, or you as an end user, a 360 view on your customers by showing key figures on the company card. And it also gives you access to orders and invoices directly from ERP. So what you see here on the bottom part of the screen is coming directly from ERP. You have real-time access to invoices and invoice statuses. But that's not all. Connect ERP will also make sure that products and prices are inside SuperOffice, inside the quote mechanism. So you will be able to quote, send quotes and orders from SuperOffice. And once the deal is sealed, the order is handed over to your ERP system and further processed in there. Now, with the view that you have on orders and invoices, you can track the state of any order or any payment at any time without having to access the ERP system itself. Once you hand over the order to your ERP system, in this case, I've made an example with TripleTex, the full order is in the ERP system, including products, the discount that you gave, the company details, etc., etc. That looks very useful, right? Now, let's summarize the details that Connect ERP syncs for you. It's customers, it's suppliers, it's contact persons, product and prices, quotes and orders. You might know them in SuperOffice as sales, and the key figures that I just spoke about also. And the key figures, they will give you smarter insights. All the data that can be used together with CRM data to spot patterns and get insights on how your customers behave. And you can show them in dashboards, or as I already told, use them in marketing actions or whatever. And when you have the need for a change in the Connect ERP setup, or you want to support another business process, then Connect ERP is ready for this, for that. Data Bridge is the heart of Connect ERP. Data Bridge, you might know that as the export-import application or platform that you use together with SuperOffice towards any other system like OneDrive or like SharePoint, or export stuff to a SQL database, for instance. But this Data Bridge tool is also used to build Connect ERP. So changing the setup, changing your setup, your configuration to have the best ERP integration with SuperOffice for you, for your company, is just a matter of mapping the right fields or create another flow of data. And that can be done all without coding and without long projects, long running projects. So with one connection to your ERP, you have endless clarity. And this is what we have tried to achieve with Connect ERP. It's very easy to expand your SuperOffice with Connect ERP to your ERP system. Now, we've been talking about the general idea about Connect ERP, but what integrations are we offering today? Today, it's Visma.net, Business Next, and TripleTex. The last two also a Visma product. And we are also releasing these days Fort Knox integrations. And we are working together with a team of experts on more integrations, more to come. There are a few that we already have on our radar, and what we are trying to do is we are trying to get the best or most popular ERPs out there for each local market. So keep an eye on our website. If you go to our website, superoffice.com, there's a special page about connections to ERP, about CRM and ERP. And if you watch that, then I'm sure that you'll get the latest information on whichever ERP we are going to support very soon. But besides Connect ERP, we have more when I talk about ERP. There's more in the ERP area because we have partnered up with Syncify to offer real basic integrations to your SuperOffice CRM. And the reason is that Syncify offers baseline integrations that are really plug and play. It's very clear on the investment and very clear on whatever they offer, whatever the features are. They sync contacts, customers, products, and also orders. But the good thing is, or the basic thing here is that there is no configuration needed. It's just plug and play. It uses the standard fields, and that means it always just works out of the box. It's also very budget friendly. And if you go to our App Store and you filter on ERP, the category ERP, or you go directly to the company, our partner called Syncify, then you'll notice that there are 15 ERPs that we, from now on, can support. 15 ERPs and in between those 15 ERPs, there might be your ERP. And you could have a ERP integration up and running within a few days. Now I can see that it might be a bit overwhelming and that you might be in doubt about what's the right choice in ERP. What integration platform or what solution should I choose? And I urge you to contact one of my colleagues, talk to our experts, because I know it might be a bit overwhelming. So let me know if you have questions. You saw my LinkedIn profile or the QR code in the beginning. Don't hesitate to contact me or contact your familiar SuperOffice contact. Then more about integrations. Besides ERP, we have been working on the Office integrations. In 2025, we have been focusing on security and technology updates to follow the standards and to prepare for the future. There have not been a lot of changes to the Office integrations for our end users, but we are now ready to improve and to add features. And we will be adding more AI to help you in 2026, and we will get more control of SuperOffice in any Office application like Outlook and in Teams, but I'll show you. The things that we have done and that we have really brought to the market in 2025 was we have improved video meetings together with the Microsoft Teams offering. And for now, what we have done is we have made sure that Teams meetings also work from video equipment, like meeting rooms equipment. And we have included Excel Online possibilities in Databridge so that you can have your SuperOffice data in Excel Online, or you can pick up Excel Online data and make sure it's in SuperOffice. And what's coming up? What's new and what's cooking? So I'm going to give you a sneak peek what will become available very soon. The first thing that we will release is meetings and group bookings improvements. We have been working on this integration because we see that more and more people start booking meetings from Outlook instead of SuperOffice. And soon you'll see an improved user experience when you think about updating such a meeting created in Outlook in SuperOffice. It will show you exactly which field you are able to update and which you are not able to update. And very important, participant info, like including the type like required or optional, and the status will be visible in SuperOffice also. That's not the case today, but we have improved that. And for appointments that are created in SuperOffice, we will add more SuperOffice CRM details in the Outlook appointment, like the company name and the contact details. We will show that in the body of the Outlook appointment. The next one, it's a brand new app that will launch. It's the SuperOffice for Teams integration. And we have already a SuperOffice for Teams integration in the App Store. That is the one that gives you notifications if something is happening in SuperOffice. But this new integration will give our user the option to archive a chat with one or more people in SuperOffice. And when you archive it in SuperOffice, of course, then you know that it's available for coworkers. And all works as you would archive a document in SuperOffice. It will look very familiar, and it will look as if you are working in SuperOffice. So keep an eye on our pilot page on our superoffice.com website, and you could be one of the first to test it out. Last but not least, we are preparing to launch a SuperOffice AI note taker, and we've called it Super Notes. This will take notes, it will organize your tasks, it will summarize your meetings, and you'll also get emails to prepare for meetings. It will proactively go into the last meeting's notes, and you will also get to know your meeting partners because it will look on LinkedIn if it can find your meeting partner and give you some feedback or some information before the meeting. This will work for online video meetings, but it will also work for face-to-face meetings. Face-to-face meetings, you'll be able to start the note taker while you talk to your coworkers or to your customers when you're sitting around the table. So that's it for us. That was the last part for integrations. I want to thank Michael and Catherine and Philip for sharing the news. And I hope to see you soon somewhere in an event or with an event with SuperOffice. See you. Bye-bye.